Good morning, world. I'm not certain how I can keep this at the right angle because I'm using my hands today. I've already packed away my stand this morning. Oh, wow. That's a big wiggle. Sorry. Listen, listen. That's what I get to wake up to every morning when I'm out at my property. It's so wonderful. Waking up with the birds, waking up before sunrise as they start to welcome in the new day. That's just an awesome moment with the Lord. A new day, a new dawn, a new opportunity, and a wee bit of traffic. That's all right. Today, I'm going to be going over to visit my brother, and I'm going to enlist his help. I have, you've seen the little cargo carrier I have on the back of my van, and today he is a big, strong, wonderful person that is going to take that off of there, put it on an extension, and then put it back on for me. It's not something I could lift by myself. I may have to help him as far as steadying it, but the weight is going to be on him, thankfully. My brother, my baby brother, is a wonderful soul. Oh, leave me alone, mosquito. This is not the time of the morning for it. But my baby brother looks like the big bad biker man. He is not even close. He likes to pretend he is. Now, don't get me wrong. He likes to pretend he is. But he is not even close. He's my Jer Bear. And when he was just starting out in school, they actually told my parents that he was going to be a very large man, and that due to anger issues and the mental disabilities he was dealing with, that he would be very dangerous, and they wanted to put him in a home. And my mom stood up and she said, "Oh, not even. Nope, no. We will just teach him to be loving." So this is where I get my nurturing over nature, because my mama instilled in that young man that he was the green bean champion of the world, because he hated green beans, So he became the green bean champion of the world. So now he loves green beans. And that he was a lover, not a fighter. You can still see once in a while, now that he's older, that his wheels turn and he seems so angry and everything. But you give him a minute and he calms himself down. He is able to take care of himself and be on his own. One of the greatest blessings was bringing him down here from Illinois, where he was before. He was in a big city, and there was just no way to really help him much. And so much around him going on. But And then his fiance passed. And then Mom and Dad moved down here. And then my husband passed. And our son, well, his son from his first marriage, but, you know, of course I loved him like a son. He grew up with me as his aunt, kind of. Went up to live with his sister. And so there was room here. And when Jer got pushed out of his home because of basically it was his hoarding issues. For him it was his collecting. He loves to collect so many types of things. And I will probably show you a hint of that, but I won't go in depth because I would never want to upset him and think that what he does is wrong, though honestly, what's right and what's wrong? It's our perception. And in our case, he keeps his home organized for him. He knows where things are. To me, I feel claustrophobic there, but that's my thing to deal with. That's not his. We will be watching as he puts on my thing, and I just wanted to warn you ahead of time because I love my brother and I will protect him till the end of the earth. He has been my brother since he was 3 years old when my dad and mom got together. And I have been his fierce protector. At one point, kids were bothering him, and this is a funny story. My mom was on the phone to her best friend, and she looks out the window, and some kids across the street were bothering my brother when he went to go check the mail. And, well, I babysat these kids. So, you don't mess with Donna. I went, and I was wearing a maxi skirt at the time. It was the 70s, maxis were in, and it was a wraparound skirt. Well, my mama didn't know that I had shorts on underneath. So when she looked out the window, and her Donna was ripping her skirt off while she ran after these kids, she was freaked. And she tells her friend, well, there goes my blonde tornado. Because I will stick up for family, period, the end. I accept their difficulties, their trials, the things they're going through, those things which challenge me to the utmost, but I will protect them the best that I can, always. In Jared's case, we brought him down here. He stayed with us until Mom passed, and one of the things he could not understand was how his money, even though I was family, had to be used to pay the bills. My Social Security was half of his. You know, he grew up with his Social Security due to his disabilities. And I could not do everything without his help. If he was going to be there and going to be using the electricity and, using the water, etc., then he was going to help. And he could not understand that, and he was getting angrier and angrier, even though he had done that on his own, living elsewhere on his own, which he understood. He could not fathom how, when he was living with family, that he had to shoulder his part of the responsibility. And I suppose somehow that was our lack of teaching. But we helped him. I helped him. He and I worked together to find him some income-based housing in a nearby town. He does not drive, so he walks everywhere. Even when he was back in Illinois, he used to walk 20 miles on a daily basis. He loved to walk and walk and walk and walk and walk, which was something I was not blessed to be able to do. But he did that, and I was so proud of him. But I basically helped him get set up, and now he has his own housing. He's back to being responsible for just his own self, which that he understands. And always offers me, if you need anything, come help me. You know I can help you. And he loves to be the hero. So this is my opportunity to let him be my hero. And I hope that you can understand that as I show him a little later in this video, and understand that God loves him, and God loves me, and God loves you. And each of us are put in certain predicaments to help ourselves grow and to help others grow. I know sometimes, I was telling this to a friend the other day, sometimes what we are going through is truly to be able to help others, to teach them. Sometimes it's to teach them ways that they could handle it when they end up having to do so. Sometimes it's just to help them understand that there are others going through that. And if we can handle it, they can too, and they have hope. But no matter what, it's a blessing to us and our family of God. And He will always be there with us. God bless. I'll add on to this in a little bit when He's helping. And hopefully it won't be pouring down rain. But either way, I know how to put a Ziploc bag over this puppy and let it play through it. Because I was once a photographer. I know that trick. Hopefully I can do it on a phone and keep it tight enough that the camera will see clearly. God bless y'all.
Yeah, it's gotta go on this way. I don't know what the heck this extra hole here's for.
I will show you in a moment, okay? Hey, no cuss. Okay, this is my brother, Jer Bear, my baby bro. And I know I put this kind of low so you can't really see my head unless I kneel down like this. But he's going to add this extension on for me. I can barely lift the extension. There's no way I can lift this thing. So fortunately I have a big strong brother to do that for me. So put this down out of the way and remove the cotter pin.
Yeah, it means I gotta take the nut out too then.
I'm not certain. Why don't you give that a little tug and let's take a look. Yep, I guess.
Oh, that's gonna suck buttholes. You gotta take the other carter pin out.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Oh no. Not that one again. And my shirt and everything is getting all dirty. I just took a shower.
I guess the argument. Or maybe you can just pull it out. I'm not kidding. There you go. I'll put the
This is your newer one. I just don't want to get underneath her. That hole underneath here is dirty as hell. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It ain't coming out. It's like,
You're gonna be able to.
no, there's another carter pin in there.
Oh yeah, we took this part out, but we didn't take out the bolt from that side.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Hold on. So did you get your new license plates already?
Yeah. And I don't want to show them off to the entire world. It's not considered safe when you're a single female.
Female. Oh yeah, I see Dawn. She's not too happy. That's when I got my hand burnt. She's not too happy. Guess what? You know the reason why I had to help her with her engine? Guess what was inside her engine? Inside her engine, guess what she had?
What?
She had a raccoon in there.
Oh, that's no fun.
And guess what I had to do? I had to chase the stupid thing out of there. Watch the thing's gonna fall on your hand. Now that thing's gotta go back in there.
Back in the way it was over there.
Yeah, but I gotta lift this thing back up again.
Not yet. This will go through this one, and I have one for that. So that one is the one that goes back here. If we do that first, then it won't be so much in the way.
I can't see them. Uh-oh. Don't like that. Uh-oh.
There it is.
Man, I don't like it when it rains.
Oh, but it'll be so much cooler.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my fan on when I get upstairs. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Alright, it's in there.
Yeah, we put this one in.
Oh, you got me all dirty.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, I'm bleeding.
Well,
Lovely.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta stop for a minute. I'm bleeding. All over my finger. I got messed
Go ahead,
up.
wash your hands.
Oh, this thing is so freaking heavy.
Yes, it is. Drink.
Hold on, my butt's under here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, wrong way, it goes on this side. Don't like that.
Wiggle, wiggle, find the little hole.
Come on, get in here. There we go. She'll be on this side.
That's okay. Doesn't really matter which direction it
Okay, where the hole goes, isn't it? Yeah, where the hole
goes.
goes.
I could comment on that, but I'm not gonna.
Be like that police officer last night that helps a pregnant lady, and the pregnant lady's like, I'm stuck. And he's like, yes, I know you're stuck, but I can't do nothing about it. And he goes, I'm married. I'm not playing around with you now. And he goes, how many months are you long? And she goes, why are you asking it? He goes, you know the reason why you're stuck, aren't you? He goes, no. And she said she was driving and everything. Anyway, she said she was driving and everything. And what happened is when her husband's truck, you know, she thought she lost control of the truck. But what happened is she said that her belly, as she calls it, her belly got stuck on the steering wheel.
Now we can put the walker back in. And I can just sit in the chair for a minute.
Now see if I get back on garage.
Yeah, this is something.
Great, there's my landline.
Yeah. Put my leaf so facing up towards the
Yeah,
sky.
you gotta get yourself some electrical tape instead of a ho-ho. So it goes like this.
No, flip.
Oh, with the tour spot down there.
Yeah. The tires have to go inside here. Take over that way.
Huh?
I gotta move it that way a little bit. The whole thing has to be.
I don't know.
Alrighty, I just want to check this. And this is the whole purpose of getting that. Woohoo! That worked. Oh.
Now let's get these groceries in there.
Okay, hold on, let me stop this. Thanks, y'all.
I know it's your bags. You're out of here. I don't need you. You're not gonna believe this, Dottie.
Okay, next morning, or next semi-morning, 10 o'clock or so. I spent most of the day at Jer Bear's house and listened to story after story after story, which is very draining. Love them to death, but it is draining. So I'm a bit tired today. As you can tell, I'm sitting in the shade at the park. I've just staying in the car right now. Later on, when this shade runs out, I'll go over to the actual park and lay down a blanket under the tree and do a few things. And you'll see some of those things later on this week as I get them finished up. But you can tell I just clipped my fan right here on my window. I even put this one on there. And they give me a nice cool breeze. I've learned to work with nature, and I am grateful for it. But yeah, Jer Bear is awesome. Sweet, sweet soul. But he can talk your ear off. And 1% of the story might be something from actual fact. And the rest is made up. And he's always the hero. And that's good because that keeps him positive. And he is a wonderful kid. He is just over 50. And he might be almost 54 or so now. I don't do good with ages. But I do remember celebrating his 50th birthday when Mama was still alive. So, so we did have fun for that. In fact, I wrapped him up 50 tiny presents. He loved that. But, oh, excuse me. I'm just exhausted today. But I'm taking the day to basically just relax because I know that physically I am sore. Emotionally, I just feel drained. But I have a friend that's going to be coming to visit me at the park, and I'm really looking forward to seeing her because I haven't seen her in so long. She was the first one there after the fire she was the one that I called locally immediately because I knew she would know who to call and help. You know, the first thing I did when they got me to the fire truck to wait on the ambulance to finish coming was call my children and tell them, I'm okay. I'll call you later with the details, but I just want you to know I'm okay. And then I called her so that she could arrange for some brethren to come give me a blessing at the hospital and start things rolling with the church to help me get some very needed help at the moment. I mean, I'm going to tell this story tomorrow, not today. So I'm not going to get you started on it. But yeah, tomorrow is the day that I have planned for telling y'all the story of the fire and everything that happened with it. Today is my day that I am just going to sit back and relax and allow myself to heal and allow my swelling in my ankles to go down because I was up and moving all day, and just, you know, let my fingers heal. My arthritis is acting up pretty bad today, and just relax. But I wanted to get this out there. I mean, Jerry is the most wonderful kid in the world. He's over 50, but developmentally he will never age over 12. So if you can imagine what your hormones were like at 12, yeah, that poor kid. I would never want to have to go through that stage again, much less live it constantly. But he is a wonderful helper, and I hope that if I'm not always there, that he will always be able to help others and feel wanted and needed, because he needs that. And as long as I'm here, he will get that. But I know that if for any reason I'm not, that my family will take over. I mean, first off, I come from 5 brothers and 5 sisters. I mean, I didn't grow up with that many, but we have 5 brothers and 5 sisters. And so many of us have children and grandchildren that I'm sure somebody will step up when the time is needed. Right now, that's me. But I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yawn at you. But I'm gonna lay back and take a little physical rest while I'm sitting here in the shade. And God bless and take care. And thank you so much for being there. Take care.